All right, here goes.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of We Don't Know Movies. I'm your host, Jared Webb, and with me today I got Ethan doing whatever the fuck he's doing over there. Oh my gosh. Brian.
Just hanging out.
And Cup.
What's
up, guys? How you doing?
What up, y'all? What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me today. I'm usually not on this show.
Yeah, man.
Just being a glitzy gladiator.
Wow.
And, well, today we have a very good show. We're kind of mixing up We Don't Know games as well into this mix today. We're doing what is our favorite video game we want to see put into a live-action film.
You want me to plug my show right now? Is that what you want me to do?
What?
You want me to plug my show?
Yeah, I had a feeling.
We talk about We Don't Know games, you know?
Hey,
yeah, plug it, dude.
You can catch me and Jacob Wolf on We Don't Know Games every Friday. Is that the release day?
Thursday.
Is that a
The
question?
release Thursday?
Thursdays, yep.
Yeah, you can catch us on Thursdays, but I'm sure you're gonna have to catch us on Friday this week. So
No, I'm putting them out day of this week.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
We talk about video games. We give our bullshit opinions, and come over there and check it out.
This is what happened when Brian takes a step back to do like managerial work. He forgets shit
Fuck
real
is
quick.
managerial? Is that the term? Managerial? Where the fuck is that? Oh,
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
managerial, but
Okay.
alright.
Managerial.
Fucking
Y'all
nerd.
fucking arguing. Oh, nerd, because I know how to spell.
Fucking
Fuck
nerd.
me.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, I passed 6th grade. Sorry.
Ethan's
That's what I
mic
left.
is so fucking loud right now. It's
what I left.
fucking
Hey,
destroying my eardrums right now.
Just go.
It's not the only
go
thing
check
I
out
destroy.
Eee.
Go to
Sorry.
the YouTube. Check out We Don't Know Games.
Brian
Yes,
is just
please,
trying to
guys,
plug
check
the
that
game
out.
in the back. Like, really quiet. Like, hurry the fuck up.
We like
Obviously,
we
Ethan's
like
not going to be
games.
allowed on We Don't Know Games because he can't get his mic right.
Actually, Ethan is the guy in the chair on We Don't Know Games. He is He is the third leg.
The we don't know part.
He's been helping us
Fuck
out
me.
the last.
Fuck me, Aggie. So I retract what I said.
Yeah. dude.
Anyways, let's
Anyway.
move on. So, I already kind of had a order that I wanted to go in, kind of. So I wanted to go ahead and get mine out of the way first, because I really want to hear y'all's more. And I
Can
hope
I go
people will
last?
stick around for that. Yeah, that's
Brian, you're always
that's
fucking
what I got.
last.
Can Ethan and I
I got-
Rochambeau
I'll go
again?
last.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're gonna
we'll
go
go
me,
Shambo.
Jacob, Ethan, and then Brian.
Okay.
That's
like
what
it.
I got going as.
Well, fuck the Rochambeau. All right.
Yeah, fuck the Rochambeau. This is my show today. We're going by my rules.
Yeah, fucking in charge,
There you
baby.
go.
Yeah, no, Jesus.
Yes,
fucking
Daddy.
Christ. No.
All right, so we'll go ahead and
All right,
I'll go ahead
Rockstar
and just
Games, give it.
Kick it off. It is be Ubisoft. So, my game, Brian. Obviously, you put me on this game. It is my favorite video
Dude,
game. It's Far Cry Primal.
Yeah.
I know what all of you are gonna pick. I was telling my wife in the car today. I know exactly what all you guys are gonna pick. I just know it already.
You don't know
That's
what
why I
I'm
want to
picking.
go
Ryan.
last.
You don't know
That's
what
why
I'm
I want to
picking.
go last.
Yes.
All right.
I have
So
no
anyway,
idea
Jared.
what y'all are gonna pick, but I
Sorry,
figured y'all
Jared.
would know mine. So,
Yeah.
anyways, for you all don't know what Far Cry Primal is, 10,000 BC. If you've ever seen that movie, it's basically that. If you wanted to, but I want a better 10,000 BC because that movie, I don't know, it just lacked something. I can't really put it. Yeah, and, Apocalypto's a better, like civilization movie if you want to watch one of those. But so
don't think I've seen that.
basically for this, there's 3 tribes. It's the Winja, Udam, and damn, it's the fire people. I
Just played
can't.
the game for a second time again.
I know, man. Well, I started playing Red Dead, and so I've all the primal stuff. But it's a fire tribe. So anyway,
The Fire Nation.
The Fire Nation. We'll call them the Fire Nation. It's give you a sense of what's going on. But anyway, so you have your main protagonist, who is Takar, who's the chieftain of the Winja, and basically he's just trying to make sure his people can live and not get attacked all the time, which the Fire Nation, that I can't remember the name of, and the Udam keep attacking the Winja and like killing them and stuff. And also Takar is a beastmaster, so he can tame wild animals basically. But he has a kind of like a spiritual guide, because I'm only doing 4 characters, so I picked Tensei to do as his companion, pretty much like his friend throughout all this. And Tensei is basically like a witch doctor type character. He just kind of guides Takar like, hey, you should really try to smoke this dope and see what happens. Maybe it'll lighten something.
Got my
That's basically what it is. I mean, you know, it's basically Neanderthals. They're not quite human yet, you know, but they're on their way. And then, so for the Fire Nation, their main girl leader, her name is Batari, and her people obviously don't have a lot of food.
It's a hot ass
and so they
name.
keep Batari.
Yeah, I like that, dude. Got me a
Yeah.
half staff just saying it.
She's a badass, man.
Oh.
And then, so the Fire Nation basically in the south, and then to the north you have the Udam, whose leader is Yui, and he's just this big brute. And the Yui, do what?
You said ew.
I don't know. It's UII. I've never.
Yeah, that's the best way to say that.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
think.
But basically his people, like, they're like the oldest, I feel like, of Neanderthals, and they're like suffering from brain
Damage.
tumors. It's just like a genetic thing.
Why they correct me up so much? He just goes brain and he chimes in damage.
Damage.
And also, just not to interrupt Jared too much, but I know that Brian had requested before via our Instagram page. We had some of our listeners and some of the audience chime in, and we'll hit that in a little bit later. But I just wanted to preface that before we get too deep into our show, just that we're going to have some that we'll talk about. We have some of our interaction with the guests said their own video games that they would love to be turned movies. We can discuss that at the end, just so you guys know what to prepare for as we move on. Anyway, Jared.
Yeah, let's do that. When we get to the end, Ethan, you just
Sure,
read us
absolutely.
all
Absolutely.
and
And guys, if
everything.
you're listening to this, you can do this in the future. Interact with us at WDK_network on Instagram and Twitter. I'm heavily active. We're heavily active on Instagram. We'll post things like that so you guys can interact with us.
Yeah. That's a good idea for tomorrow, too, since we're doing something kind of similar on games. So,
Yeah. All right, we'll keep going. So the Udam, basically, they're in the north, and yeah, they keep attacking the Batari. It's basically where's the best land and where you're going to get the most resources. That's what the game's mainly about, you know. And you build up your tribe, you make your camp bigger and everything like that. But I just really want to see it as a movie because that's something that I'm really interested in. I think I just like the land aspect of it, like very wild. Always grabbed my attention. It's probably why it's my favorite game. And Brian, thank you again for putting me on that. But so I'm gonna read you off who I have as the main characters. I'll start with the Udam. His name is Ui. So I got this. I don't know how to say his last name, but his name is Sasha Roes. He's on the show Grimm. If you've ever watched that show, it's a sci-fi show.
yeah, the old TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that show.
I don't. The guy's huge. I mean, Ui's huge in the game. That guy, you know, he's not as, I guess, fat as Ui is in the game, but he's still a big guy, and he can be that dark, brooding. That's how he is in the show, and I feel like that's
he's
how it's
6'5". Yeah, he's
yeah,
he's a sizable man, that's for sure.
yeah, he's a big dude. And then for Batari, I have Zoe Saldana playing Batari. Because she's always a badass, and I kind of want like a little bit of Avatar, because you know she's wild pretty much, and but also some Colombiana. Like I want her to have some sick ass fighting skills. And then for Tensei, I want Donald Glover to be Tensei, just a wild ass witch doctor. And then for Takar, our main character, I want Idris Elba to be the main guy. He hasn't really gotten a main. I don't know. He's got some main roles, but I want him to have a breakout role. And I feel like obviously this is just a video game, so it probably wouldn't get much hype from critics and stuff. But I would want Jordan Peele to direct it. Just keep it. I want it dark, and I feel like those scenes where Tensei and Takar go on like spiritual journeys. I feel like Jordan Peele can really hit that on the head.
Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I mean, because I'm learning as we go, because I'm not too familiar with the game. I haven't played it. I wish I could chime in more in relation to your cast, but I mean, I would watch it just based off your casting alone. I mean, it sounds like a pretty decent plot to go along with.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever watched 10,000 BC, it's basically that same plot.
Okay. I have not. So.
Well, he kind of tames a saber-tooth in the movie in 10,000 BC.
Was that the one that was that the what's his name? Mel Gibson? Did he do that one? 10,000 BC? Or
I know he did Apocalypto.
That's what I'm thinking of then. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's the better one. That's the best movie like for that time period almost. I mean, that's a little bit after, I think.
The director of 10,000 BC was Roland Emmerich, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, it just, kind of just... It got an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just not that good.
You got a what?
8.
Jesus, I thought I misheard a 0 there. Fuck, that's bad.
No, it's bad. Very bad.
Yeah, it does not get good rating. I remember when that came out, like, it just... Because I thought it looked interesting, like, the concept, but then everyone that saw it shit on it immediately.
Yeah.
And I had a hard time ever convincing myself that I should watch it.
Yeah.
Pulling up the Metacritic score for Far Cry. 76 on Metacritic, Far Cry Primal for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Still cool little action adventure game. Open world action adventure game. I like it. If you like Far Cry, you like this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of the Far Cries are, guns and stuff, but this one I just thoroughly enjoyed.
Nice.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's mine. I wanted to go ahead and get that one out of the way.
No, I mean, I figured that's what you were going to
so,
go with, and learning that way, so that's pretty interesting for sure.
Yeah, and if you play the game and you watch like those mini movies inside, I hope you could see how I see these characters. To explain it all through that, because it's kind of a complex game, but
nice.
Yeah,
understood.
That's it.
All right, yeah, so
all right, we'll move on.
I'm up next.
Yep, Jacob, let's go.
Fuck your Rochambeau. Go, Jacob.
I know. So I've.
Do you have? Hey, do you want to fit these?
Nuts?
Yeah, we can do it now.
Fan snippets in between.
Yeah, do a
fan.
fan.
Yeah.
Can we do like a fan after each one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do we have
quite
that?
a few.
If we have enough?
We got quite a few.
Damn.
Shout out to my guys from
Okay.
College Football Bro podcast. I really appreciate you. I asked them for their help, and they definitely
Fuck
helped
yeah.
a little bit, and some other people who
That's awesome.
are responding.
Hey,
so
thanks, guys.
we have quite a few.
Appreciate
I'm not going to go through all of them right now. We'll do one after Jared, one after Jacob, and so on. You get the deal. So first, I'll start with one I'm not familiar with. Maybe someone can help me out, or we can just state it and move on. Harvest Moon. I don't really know too much about
it's a farming game. It's kind of like
Yeah, old school Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Okay, does that have a good plot it could follow? Like,
no, it's more of like a create your own story. I think it's Harvest Moon,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
it could be I might be getting confused with a different game actually. So I might be in the wrong here.
Yeah, Harvest Moon is
Give me 2
Story of
seconds to
Seasons
look
is
it up.
one.
Yeah.
It looks like they have quite a few. I'm looking at over 10 different installments right now. Harvest Moon, My Little Shop, Harvest Moon, Hero of Leaf Village, Harvest Moon, The Grand Bazaar, Harvest Moon, Sunshine Islands.
yeah.
Quite a few. It looks like they have.
Yeah, so it is a lot like
simulation
Stardew
world
Valley
building game.
if you've done something like that.
Okay, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be a little bit more difficult to have a movie based off of it, and if it did, I'm sure they'd have to create its own plot. Another one, which would be really, really sick, from another listener. I mean, I think we could all get behind this. I mean, it's pretty much a movie within itself, but Kingdom Hearts was what a fan suggested, and I
Yeah.
think that would be really tight. I mean, you obviously really couldn't do a live action. I would not want to see a live action Goofy. That would be a little terrifying.
Fucking
there's
nightmare
an
fuel.
Literally,
You could
nightmare.
go. Well,
There's an anime being worked being worked right now.
It would have to be Donald Duck's like
Sure,
I was
actual
about to say,
dick.
I
since
figured
it's
something will
flopping,
come of
they
it.
should just keep it anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some CGI incorporation, but yeah,
Yeah.
animation film would be sick. But we have a couple more, and we'll save those for later, and even in case we don't get any more as the show goes on. So we'll just do 2 for now, and then Jacob, you can go ahead and start us off with yours.
Yeah, so I was actually going back and forth on a couple of them here, just because I'm not really sure what could make a better film. In both ways, I think it would need to have an original story made for it. So I actually decided to go with Grand Theft Auto 5. So
That's so funny you say that.
what?
That's so funny you say that. Well, I thought you were gonna go God of War, which is why I didn't choose
Really?
God of War.
Really?
Yeah. So
I thought about it. I did.
My wife was like, "Why not Grand Theft Auto? Why not? It could be like a gritty like
Yeah.
city cop like kind of funny movie."
That's
So
what I was
funny
thinking.
things.
Like that would be like the way to go
Yeah.
with it. You know, I would think for if
It
you
was
go with
definitely one
the-
of my top choices.
Yeah, if you go with the character, my other one was actually going to
good.
be what the fuck? Why did I blank here? Metal Gear Solid. Just because it's easy to make like an action movie out of that with an
It's too
original
wacky.
story.
Well,
though.
they kind of already
Exactly,
have a movie.
and then it's only like
It's
I
for
don't
Metal Gear.
I don't know
Yeah.
Metal Gear that well, so it's like
fair
you know,
enough.
it's not really my
Have
thing.
you ever seen Escape Los Angeles?
No,
That's
I
Metal
know.
Gear Solid. Kurt Russell. It's from the 80s. Watch it.
I'll have to check that out then. But yeah, going with Grand Theft Auto, like Brian just said, you make your own kind of story out of a gritty, you know, Liberty City or you know Vice City. Maybe depends on where you really want to go with it, of course.
have
But
to go Vice City, man. Vice City's
Yeah.
the best Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really base
I
it off
love
any
Vice
installment because it has
Yeah.
its own plots already. Because if you do 5, that's 5 is a movie anyways. 5's already a movie. The story, if you play it, it's the whole thing. It's just
well,
an
and that's why
animated
like
movie.
you know, whenever I decided like I need to choose like characters, I decided to just go with the characters for Grand Theft Auto 5. So for Michael, I would actually have Tom Cruise because he's kind of got that like dry
Tom
humor, but
Cruise?
also like pretty serious.
That's
Franklin.
Ray Liotta. From the head
Oh,
to
dude,
the toe.
that is actually a good
That's
call.
Ray
How did I
Liotta,
not
it
get
is.
that? Ray Liotta.
Dude,
You know,
I didn't want to
think it's-
interject, but he comes
No.
to mind, dude. Ray Liotta, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
I
Ray
think-
Liotta, bro?
I think my issue is that I was so hooked on wanting Tom Cruise for Metal Gear that it was stuck in my
Gotcha.
head. But
I can see a Christian Bale type too, but
yeah, Franklin, I'm going with Daniel Kaluuya from you know Get Out and Black Panther, Queen and Slim, just because he's got that you know kind of like just smooth vibe. I think that's what Franklin usually puts off. And for Trevor, is there any question as to who I'm going with? It's got to
Wow.
be Nicky Cage because no one can be
It can't-
crazy like Nicky Cage. And Nicky Cage is going to come up in every We Don't
That's
Know
a
movies that I'm
terrible
ever
choice.
on.
You know, I actually think I think that
That
could
was a
work.
terrible choice.
No,
that
it
character.
works. That scene where he's yelling about, I can't remember what movie it is, with like he's trying to get someone to open a box. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
open it, open it, open it, open it.
We lost Steve. Oh,
No, he's right back. It said he wasn't the host before, but he is now. But anyway, neither here nor there. But yeah, going with
He can't hear us, I don't think.
I'm here.
he's
yeah,
good.
yeah, going with Nicky Cage for Trevor, and it hurts me to say this, but simply because directing, I want you know its own feel. I went back and forth on 2 of them. I decided against Michael Bay because you know thinking Grand Theft Auto's got to be you know a lot of action sequence, a lot of goofy humor. But I'm going with M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong
This is going to be the
because
worst movie.
it's
ever
going to be
made.
terrible. Well, you know what? All video game movies are terrible. All
M. Night
video game movies
Shyamalan,
are
Grand
terrible.
Theft Auto, fuck.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it should continue to be that way.
He would
We're
be the
supposed
one.
to-
He would
Exactly.
actually.
He
I
would-
think M. Night Shyamalan would be the one to say, "Yeah, I'll take it on."
And the twist is that Nicolas
Yeah,
Cage is
look it up.
actually the good guy the entire time. Boom.
I mean, it's not that Trevor's the bad guy. He's just
He's not a good one
piece of
either.
shit.
Dude, he's like he's
Yeah.
more like chaotic neutral. Like
You
that's
have
what I
to
see
cast
Trevor as.
you have to cast the actor who Trevor is based off of. It's like, why would you not?
Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
could put Nicky Cage in there.
That's fucking awful.
Why not?
Like, that guy is a real actor.
Who
He's
is
in
it? I don't even know
Breaking
who it is. Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, that's my shitty video game movie that I decided to go
I'm
with.
pretty sure it's Breaking Bad. I'm almost
Stephen
positive.
Ogg. He
Yeah.
is in
Okay.
The Walking Dead. and
Yeah,
Snowpiercer.
that's
I
what
like
it
the I like the
Walking Dead.
choice
Just
of
one of the
movie. I don't know if I like the choice of actors,
Good.
but
That's how I
yeah,
roll.
hey Ethan. So Ethan, why don't you hit us off with a couple more of those?
Yeah,
Give us
absolutely.
something better than
Just to make up for what the fuck we just heard. As of right now, we got a couple more, but I'll say one that we can address: the Road to Glory, the concept from NCAA football. They had it in like 12 and 14.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
That's always good.
That would be cool. And just for our listeners, I can read off a little synopsis if you're not familiar with it. I had to refamiliarize myself with it. I haven't played this since 2013. The Glory Road was inspired by a true story of Texas Western's coach John Haskins, who led first all-black starting lineup team to the 1966 NCAA National. Nope, wait. I think that's not correct. That's not the right synopsis. That is not right.
It was good.
What?
It was good.
A college football mode based on 1966.
It was good. Okay, here we go. Scratch that. Road to Glory puts you in the cleats of a single player as he lives throughout his collegiate career. You'll only be playing this player. So, yeah, it's just like a career story mode for college football, for NCAA. But I think you can make your own plot out of it. I mean, we kind of got a lot of stuff like that, with Friday Night Lights, things like that. But it's basically just a college story that we really don't get. We usually get high school or kind of like the professional level. I don't think we get too many college related, like your stories of going in college football. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And so after college players can export it to a separate lifestyle, do something different outside of college football, which I think is kind of cool. So that would be pretty neat. And then another one we have, maybe you guys can touch on. I think this is a good submission, but I'm not familiar with the game at all because you guys know that video games is not my biggest expertise. But I've heard about this game, Duke Nukem.
Oh, God, yeah.
Dude.
That would be a Michael Bay movie through and through.
100% a Michael Bay movie.
Isn't Duke
Absolutely
Nukem
ridiculous?
And John
Isn't
Cena
it
is
one
the
of those
lead
games
actor.
that was really hyped up, but it really sucked?
It's like
the
Johnny
newest
Bravo
one.
with two fucking big guns, pretty much.
My
the newest
God.
one, they did a
I-
remake of it, and it was pretty shitty. But the old school N64 game and the Super Nintendo, they were, they were good for their time.
I can chime in on the college football thing just a little bit because when I was thinking about what I was going to talk today, I thought about I was thinking about sports games and how you can make a movie about sports games, but make it different. And I thought post COVID world, we can't play sports anymore, and esports are just so fucking popular. That is the sport now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about a kid who
Yeah.
climbs the ranks to become the greatest
Yeah.
Madden player in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Like an original story based off of video games, kind of like Ready
Based
Player
on
One
Madden,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
still about
Yeah.
a video game,
Okay.
yeah, but technically it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
Uh,
I think. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, we had lost Ethan for a minute, but
Don't talk about me. I'm here.
I'll
Yeah, he
talk
was
about
just
you all day.
frozen for a sec.
Yeah, you were just
And-
froze
you
with
just missed
stupid
my-
face.
You just missed my Madden movie pitch.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I hated it. So we'll
It's
have a
not
couple
really
more
Madden.
submissions.
It's not really Madden specific.
Any fucking way. It's EA based, so I'm gonna fucking hate it. Now moving on, we can go with mine. It kind of ties in. I had one of our fans, one of our listeners, give this suggestion of what mine is. For Brian, I probably don't even need to. I'm sure he knows what the fuck I picked.
I'm gonna be 2 for 3 today on 3 guesses.
He already knows what I'm picking. I'm sure you guys know. Does anybody want to give a guess before I start talking about it?
Tony Hawk.
I was gonna say skate.
No, Brian's gonna get it though. Brian knows. What is it, Brian?
It's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh
fellas.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Red Dead Redemption
Of course.
2.
Why
Hey,
did I not
that's
think
what
of
I'm
that?
playing right now.
Dude, it's just amazing.
Yeah, don't fall
It's-
asleep.
Dude, you don't need to. It's a fucking caffeine drink in the game. It's so good, dude. I love Red Dead Redemption 2, everything about it, man. I mean, it's just a fucking great game. And it's already a movie. That's why I like it, because it's a movie. Just putting actual characters. And Brian, maybe you like my casting. I already know you're aware of it. And just for my guys that don't, I just wrote a little bit of the plot points that are really important, especially for our listeners that don't know. The film came out, I believe, Brian, you can back me up. I think it's 2018 when it came out.
Yep.
2
October
years ago.
26, 2018.
Yeah, and I bought it the day it came out, and I think I beat it in about a month. I didn't play every single day. I played a couple days a week. It took me about a month's time to play. You play it for the plot. Online feature didn't come out until 2017, so you didn't buy it for the online play, and I played it for online play, and it was absolutely awful. It was really bad. Worse than Grand Theft Auto online play. It just was not good. It definitely made my value of the game, my perception, go down a little bit. But the story mode itself for me is I can't not give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, if I would say a 9.5, I have to ask myself why, and I just can't answer that question.
Quick question. Of
course.
Clarification for you, Ethan. Red Dead came out in 2018, and the online came out in 2019. You had said 2016, 2017, I think.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did say 2017. I'm in 2019. It came
You're
out
good.
right after.
Yeah.
So anyway, the plot takes place in 1899, right after the gang. The gang they have, what's the gang called? I'm really bad with names. Lunavir, I forget.
Oh, I just...
Something. I'll
Vanderlyn.
fact
Vanderpump Rules,
thank
I
you.
believe.
It's the Vanderlyn.
Yeah, it's the Vanderlyn gang. So they have a gang, and the main characters that we know from this gang that I'm going to cast and talk about. Our main character for the beginning is Arthur. One last heist, Arthur.
We just
Dutch,
need the money.
Dutch, John, and Micah. Arthur and John are a little bit more close-knit guys. Dutch and Micah, and a little bit of spoilers here, obviously, because I need to talk about the movie. So sorry, Jared, for the spoilers. I'm not going to give away too much. Dutch and Micah do. Our original antagonists are a gang called the Pinkerton gang. They're kind of like the rival gang. They're our initial antagonists, but later it does become guys within the Vanderlyn gang, which is Micah and Dutch. They become our antagonists. Micah being the bigger antagonist of the two. But anyway, not to get too much of it, but the reason that this starts is because the outlaw way of life is leaving. They're coming to understand that we're what we are now. There's no really outlaw way of life. It's becoming unsustainable and unlivable. Reasons why law enforcement is becoming more prominent, and honestly, it's because population is growing. There are more people, more ways to get in trouble. It's harder to pull off the heist, and it's a lot at the beginning. It's a lot of train robberies, things like that, and it's just becoming unsustainable. So the big thing, this whole film, really, rather the plot of the game, is one last big job. Like it's just one last one, and you have that about 4 or 5 times. One big last one before everything happens, and then not to spoil too much, but
the biggest job there is.
Literally, it's the biggest one every time. But our protagonist does switch towards the end of the game. Not to say why, but just to for the purposes of casting. Of course, I won't. It goes from Arthur to John, and you'll see why when it happens. But Arthur. Yes, John Marston, who's a part of the Vanderlyn gang, and he's on the side of Arthur throughout the whole film. So I'm not going to explain more in depth of that. That's what we need as far as my film that I want. The director, I everything that I did as far as casting and directing, I've said something that's not common of what I've done based in the movie show in the past. I try to take a step out, just what would be a really good movie. Anybody? I like. Fuck. My director, Jacob, just said it. I mean,
I was right. I was joking.
Yeah, you were right. I know it's cliche, but it's perfect for a reason. I think Clint Eastwood would kill this. He's probably got 1 or 2 films left in him before he kicks the fucking can. The dude is 180.
There's definitely going to be no people of color in this film if Clint Eastwood is directing.
They're going to kill Lenny off earlier than normal.
That's fucking.
Sorry.
Lenny
Sorry,
hasn't died yet.
Spoiler alert.
Dude, in that fucking movie, what was it? I'm so bad with names. When he's driving,
Gran Turismo. Oh, Turismo. The mule.
The mule.
The mule.
Yeah.
There is one fucking scene. It does nothing for the point of the plot where he helps off and it helps this black couple to fix a tire. And I guess it's trying to show he's so out of touch with reality. He calls them the N words, not bad, but the like not the A or the hard R, but the.
Let me guess, he wrote this film as well.
Yes.
He did. Like, it does nothing.
This is an angry old white man having to say that he can do any Mexican's job better than them, even delivering illegal Mexican drugs.
Finding ways. He's literally just finding ways to say racial slurs at this point. Like,
dude, the mule, it did nothing at all. And the black couple was like, sir, we don't say that anymore. He was like, because he was
Oh,
trying to be
shit.
nice and help them out, and I was like, dude, what the fuck does this do? Like, what's the point? What's
Yeah.
the substance of this?
You would
Anyways,
think his son, who is like an up and come like big actor, would be like, "Yo, Dad, like you can't
Dad.
just say
You gotta quit this
Literally.
whatever
shit.
the fuck you want to say. Like, what are you doing?"
Oh no, baby, what are you doing?
truly. But just for the concept of Red Dead Redemption 2, I think he would kill that, but he'd probably lack in some areas.
Yeah.
Liddy gets called the N-word in every scene. He said,
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, they say it a lot.
There's no black
in the
people in this
game,
movie. Why
so-
are we saying the word? Clint, Mr.
so-
Eastwood, there's no black people in the movie. Why are we saying the word?
They're not here! What are you doing?
we gotta talk about
So-
how they're not here.
I casted 6 people. I'm trying to do 2 more than that. The ones that I casted, let me know if you guys think I should have added someone else. It's been a long time since I played it through.
I mean,
said
there's
was
a
gonna
lot
play
of
it through.
people in this game, so
There is. You guys let me know if you think I casted the most important ones. I haven't played it all the way through in 2 years since I played it. I tried a little bit ago. I just haven't picked it back up. I
When you
casted
realized it was boring.
any fucking way. I thought I heard something important, but I didn't. I casted Arthur, Dutch, John Marston, Abigail Roberts, his wife thing throughout the game, Micah, and then Jack. I wanted to cast Jack. He's not really that important, but Jack is the son
mean-
of John and Abigail. It's fun to cast the kid. He's more
You gotta-
important towards the end.
yeah.
For Dutch, dude, I literally had no time of thinking for this. It just came right in. I didn't put any thought into it. But nobody else but Jeff Bridges is supposed to play Dutch.
Yeah.
Like
I knew he was
dude,
going to be
that
in
was
this movie in some capacity.
dude,
Has
yeah.
to
Like
be.
I mean, it's literally his voice, everything. Jeff Bridges is made for
yeah.
Dutch. Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski, yes. I mean, a
Basically,
little bit older now.
Obadiah.
I'm picking this is my dream film. Like 90s
time.
Jeff Bridges. 90s Jeff Bridges. Arthur, definitely not a guy like who I love. I just think he would kill it. I think Hugh Jackman could do a really good Arthur. I think that would be pretty tight. I mean, it's not a beautiful blow you out of the water type of cast, but I think he would kill Arthur. John Marston took me a bit, but dude, I gotta have Keanu Reeves in here. I think him as John would be sick as fuck. Keanu Reeves is just like a good guy. He's a very genuine, caring type of guy, and so is John Marston. He really
Yeah.
doesn't do anything bad. He looks out for his boys. He cares for them, and so does Keanu.
Can I interject for just one
Of
second?
course.
If there was like a overrated actor scale, and this being
Keanu
the
Reeves up
top of
there.
the scale, Nicolas Cage is at the top.
And then Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves is like right below.
Hey,
Right below.
See, I like Keanu Reeves.
Nikki
I
Cage
do
would
too,
be great in this
So
movie too.
overrated. They're bland. They're vanilla. They're boring to watch on screen.
Hey, vanilla
mean-
is the most sold flavor of ice cream in the world. Okay, remember
And
that.
yeah, it's also the most common flavor to mix with other things. And there's no
Yeah.
mixing with these two. They're just bland.
And that,
No, no,
why you
base,
put
a strong
Keanu? He
base.
said he's gonna put Keanu in the mix. Listen to the words.
But because I'm picking Keanu here, I'm definitely not a Keanu stan. I don't necessarily get all the hype. Like all those memes that were posted and everything about him, like I'm not necessarily on that train. Like I'm picking him for this film, but I would not say I'm on the Keanu hype train. Like I'm more along the lines with Brian as opposed to Jared and Jacob. That's just how I've been. But yeah, I had Keanu Reeves. I think he would be good for John Marston. Abigail Roberts, I don't know if you guys know. She just came right to my mind. I think she'd be really good. I actually had to look up her name. But Helen McCrory, I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She is the aunt in Peaky Blinders, and she's also...
Oh, I love
Yeah, I
it.
see her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I think
That's
she
a
would
good
kill
choice.
that. And
That's a good choice.
she's Draco Malfoy's
Yeah,
mom.
that's where I knew her from.
Got it.
Yeah, dude, I think
Okay,
she's
I
made
like
for
that.
stuff like this. She's made for shit
Yeah.
like this.
That's a
Micah,
good
dude.
choice.
Oh my God, Micah, this one kind of hit out to me too. I think it's a hit or miss. Some of you may like it, some may not. But I think this guy could play just a crazy whack job. Micah is definitely he's more aligned like Trevor with Grand Theft Auto. They're
So
pretty
you're going
similar
with Nicky
characters.
Cage, obviously.
And, no, a good actor. I went with I went with Jake Gyllenhaal for Micah Bell. I think he'd play a really good
Oh.
Micah.
No,
No, explain why not.
I can't remember this actor's name. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, anyways, so Jake,
Yeah, so
Jake
thanks for wasting
Gyllenhaal.
time.
Yeah,
Keep
thanks for
going.
wasting my fucking time.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal, he has good crazy eyes.
Exactly, dude. I think of him in Nightcrawler, where
Yeah.
he's literally like a little bit batshit insane. You can't connect or relate to him. He's
Little
just
bit?
like he has issues.
Yeah.
Like at least in Donnie Darko in that batshit movie, you can relate to him and connect to him. He's down to earth.
And then
But
Brokeback Mountain,
even
everyone
him,
was connecting with him pretty easily, I think.
Yeah, I'm
in
sure
this
you
book.
were.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Even him as Mysterio, like he turns off like being crazy and like super personable like that.
Exactly.
Just, like,
Yeah.
on and off, on and off.
Yeah, when he was with Tom Holland before he became this. This crazy whacked out psycho, you could connect with him for sure. And I love Jake Gyllenhaal, so him
That's
as
a good choice.
Michael Bell, I think you could just go off with that. And then
No.
Jack Marston, I picked. Actually, Brian made me think of this when he picked this character from Ozark, but Skylar Gardner, I think he played really good. Jack Marston, I just want to see more of him. He's our character. Is Noah? That's his name in Ozark, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Kind of an
yeah.
asshole.
See, for me,
Yeah, he is for sure. He just
For
looks
Micah-
like him in the video game.
for Micah Bell, I would have went with Walton Goggins.
Okay.
Just made up some, you just put two made
Did
up
you,
words
did
together.
you just like
Yeah,
go on that?
he just found two names. that were a lot
No,
of
it's
movies.
he's on
Oh, I can see
yeah,
that.
Justified.
Isn't he
Yeah,
also
Justified.
he's also from that movie with Dallas Buyers Club, is he not?
I don't know,
He
he was
plays
in
a
the
lot of those type of characters.
He did the Hateful Eight.
That's it. Hateful Eight. He's just like
Yeah.
some crazy cowboy. He plays a
Hateful
crazy
Eight's even better if you
cowboy.
watch
And
it.
I think he was also in the Righteous Gemstones,
It's
if
a
I'm
series.
not mistaken. I think he does that song in the Righteous Gemstones.
I only played about 20 hours of this game, so I mean, I've said my piece about Red Dead Redemption. Highest respect. It just wasn't for me when it came out. So I don't want to weigh in too much about your character choices, but
Okay.
I think Mark Wahlberg deserves a spot in this movie somewhere. I don't know why, but I just think he does.
That is the weirdest take.
It's literally
this-
what
I,
the fuck?
I can
He
see,
said,
you know,
yeah?
actually, I can see him like as a minor character. Like, it's just like the sheriff or something like that. Just
Why
like
not?
the asshole sheriff, because he's a fucking idiot.
He's a better actor than Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I know, but I like Nicky Cage for the fact that he's crazy.
I was hoping for like a little.
For a rebuttal.
No,
Like a prepared
I know he's
statement,
not.
like-
Hey, I've said this before. I know he's not a great actor. I just like him.
He's not even
hilarious.
likable though, dude. He has a punch.
That's why I like him.
He has a punchable face. Like he's not
They
even
might as well
trendy
just
to
put
like
a
him.
fucking mannequin. They might as well just put a mannequin with a wig on in every movie that he's in. Fucking say action.
Wasn't he in the movie Mannequin?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Watch me fucking suck at it.
Hey, that
God.
movie was great.
National Treasure is awful. Everything
Awfully
about it's
good.
awful.
Not a good movie.
Dude, it's so
None
bad.
of them are good.
Fantastic.
So good.
Like you're not
I
allowed to
wouldn't
say
even
good.
watch them if school didn't force us to watch them. I would never even put my eyes on those pieces
Hey,
of shit films.
they need to turn that into a video
Hey,
game.
you know
That's
me.
next
I'll watch a
Uncharted.
movie just to watch it.
We know Jared. When Jared dies, I'm gonna say at his funeral, I love to watch a good movie. I love watching a movie.
He did just say 10,000 BC was a great movie.
And it got
I did not say that.
Like an 8%.
I did not say that.
Did you just say that? That
No,
wasn't you were
he
talking
said
about
it was-
earlier?
He said no. He said it was a bad movie.
He just
The game is
referenced
good,
it.
and the game
Oh,
is
okay. Okay.
Ethan,
Anyway, I'm done with mine. That was pretty much everything. Clint Eastwood, super diverse cast here. I need to work on that too, though. But yeah, the film,
cast.
super inclusive here. But yeah, that's my take for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm ready to. Oh yeah, before we get to it, I think we have a couple more. Oh wow, we have quite a few. Holy
Yeah.
shit, sorry.
Hit us with 'em.
So wow, fuck, we got like 6 more in the last time. that
So
I
we
asked.
can end the show with
And good
three.
choice
with the
on
last three
director.
or
I
something,
think
too.
I think
Okay,
Clint
cool.
Eastwood as the director, no matter what, would be the best for that.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So one, I'm going in ascending order.
Fucking hate crimes on set. That'll be just great for everybody.
Fucking stop trying to
My
read this
favorite
shit.
Clint Eastwood piece was definitely when he just talked to that chair on stage. When that was great.
So not to do them all. I'm gonna do a couple after Brian, and I'll finish them off. So we'll have quite a few at the end to end the show with. Jared, you can hit on this one. I'm not gonna front and act like I know because I don't. Just wasn't a part of my childhood. Star Fox 64.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would
It'd
that be a good movie?
Animated. It would have to be animated.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah,
to be.
it would
I
have to
mean,
You'd have
like-
to have Star Fox animated, right?
Yeah, it would have to be like the computer generated.
Yeah,
It
and
has
we
to be like
have
the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
before I get to the rest of them, we'll just we'll hit on that one, and then 2 submissions come from Red Dead Redemption 2 by 2 separate people. We don't obviously need to talk about that because I just nailed that out of the park like I do with everything.
Do you make the 2 movie before the 1 movie?
I would.
You would have to. You would have to.
You don't
right?
have to.
Well, I mean,
True, but for my fucking OCD, yeah, because it would be out of whack because it comes first. I don't know why they did it to begin with. It bothered me anyway. But for our listeners, Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place before Red Dead Redemption. All right, Jared, we'll see you later.
Jared's out.
Yeah. Me and Jared stay having issues. He'll be back in a minute. But Red Dead Redemption... Redemption 2 comes before Red Dead Redemption, chronologically wise, as far as in our society. 1899 is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's well in the 1900s for Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
So I would enjoy if that were made first. We got a couple more submissions, but I would like for Brian, if you guys are cool with that, to go ahead and then I'll finish off our submissions and then we'll end the show.
Cool. What's up, everybody? We're back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. We lost Jared there for a second. Hey, let's get it. Let's just keep it going. I'm gonna say my movie next. So, I went kind of a different direction than kind of you guys did. I wanted to pick something different. I didn't want to pick like a linear story or anything like that. I kind of gave a little bit of a hint earlier when I gave like my Madden pitch. So I originally was gonna pick Fallout 4. As Jacob knows, I've probably played that game.
That's your most
I probably
played
put more
game,
hours into
probably.
that game than any game that I've ever played. But then I was like, Amazon just picked that up. They're gonna make a show. Then I said, The Last of Us. Well, HBO just picked that up. They're about to make a show. So
that's why I didn't go Splinter Cell, because that was my original pick before you told me about the animated series.
So I didn't want to go that. So I started to think, and I was starting to think of like games I played as a kid, and I was like, damn, like Tony Hawk would be like a cool game to movie.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about it more, and I said, how can I make it a Tony Hawk movie, but relevant and like with my spin about it? So Tony Hawk is my choice. And I'll just go ahead and say right now.
That was what I guess for Ethan. Damn.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say right now, I want Tony Hawk to be the executive producer because I want it so skate heavy. I want the authenticity of skateboarding to be there. So I want Tony Hawk to be the executive producer of the film. Has he ever done a film before? I don't fucking know. I don't care. I need him to be on set to make sure that things are going properly.
You know how much money that would fucking make, dude? Oh my god.
Now, I'm not done yet. Just let me get it out.
$35.
Sorry, I'm getting wet in my britches.
My director is Pharrell Williams. Now, I don't know if you guys
I know. I think we all had a moment here.
We got Skateboard P, okay?
Pharrell Williams has a large
Dick.
and long
I know, I
history
was
in
like,
skateboarding. Large and long history in skateboarding, including being on the professional circuit himself at one point, to owning a skateboard company in ice cream, and to having a skateboard team, the Ice Cream Skate Team. It's one of his passions. He said that is so ingrained in him. Now, another reason why I want Pharrell to be the director is because my Tony Hawk skateboard movie is going to be very, very, very hip-hop based. It is going to star a young black kid and his crew of young black skaters and him crawling up the ranks of becoming Tony Hawk's pro skater.
Dude,
to
that's
joining the
sick as
Tony
shit.
Hawk team.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people know my purpose, I think, in life is to bridge nerdier shit or not black shit and black shit.
Mm-hmm.
Skateboarding is... Black people love skateboarding. It's like something that black people are just amazed by. So then when we see a couple black people doing it, it's like, holy shit, it's like the coolest thing we've ever seen. So that's what that is my kind of basis about it. I want it to be gritty. I want it to be a drama. I want it to have emotion to it. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen mid-90s.
Of course, dude. Fuck yeah.
I know you've probably seen it.
I haven't seen that.
That is really the feel. That is really the feel I'm going for. I originally, when I thought of the movie, I thought of that kid being the main character, the kid from mid-90s.
Yeah.
But then I started to just branch it out a bit, stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't really have a cast drawn out. Because I don't think you could put big actors in a movie like this. It's got to be no-name kids who maybe have never acted before, but are really good at skateboarding. You know what I mean? So that's why I really focused heavily on the executive producer and director, because I think that's just super important. So yeah, that's my choice.
So
Yeah,
I like it.
about that, Brian, you mentioned, because you just asked if Tony Hawk really had experience with movies, so I looked up his IMDb. He's actually in quite a few things. But literally, you just described season 1, episode 1 of Special Skills with Jay Farrow, or however you say his name, Farrow, Jay Farrow.
Farrow.
Yeah. It's literally the first episode is Tony Hawk.
Tony Scott.
It's like Michael Scott mixed with Tony Hawk. It's Tony Hawk teaching Jay Farrow how to skateboard. I literally have it pulled up right now. It's kind of cracking me up.
Nice.
But
the feel I'm kind of going with is like
I love
Los
that.
Angeles,
Definitely
like crew of young black kids. Like
Yeah.
they're not out, gangbanging and stuff, but they are the skater kids, but they are all black. And
That's fucking amazing, dude. Out of
That's
all of
like
us,
right.
that's definitely my favorite. Like
That's what
that's
they
the one
do.
I want to watch.
See, this
That's the one I
is why I wanted Brian to go last, because I knew he was going to bring probably the best one.
Yeah,
I feel
for
like
sure.
you guys always like my fan castings or like how I reimagine in these movies. That's kind of why.
well, my
100%,
thing is,
dude,
it was
yeah.
very much off. It was not what I expected from you at all. Honestly,
but
I
it
think
comes
that's
with the
what
creativity.
that was creative.
My only
I like
interjection, dude, that I would love for this film to have, just to tie it in with the OGs. So there's from the original cast of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, there's only one black skater. His name was Kareem Campbell. And I always thought he was dope as fuck. He was in the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. He's, of course, older now, probably in his 40s, maybe 50s. But that would be so sick to have him in that film. I know you're not casting,
Oh,
but
I'm
have
sure he
him
would be.
as like a mentor. Like,
But that's
I
why
would
I
want to
want-
hear his.
That's why I want Tony Hawk on set. That's why.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why Tony
And they
Hawk
were
is
boys,
so
too.
ingrained
Yeah.
in the project. It's not just his name's not even in the title of the movie. I think I wanted to call the movie. I think I wanted to call it Birdhouse, because isn't that Tony Hawk's?
It's his
I think
company.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
think.
it was either Birdcage or Birdhouse. I
Birdhouse.
should look, but yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
Birdhouse.
that's what the title of the movie would be.
My first skateboard brand.
I like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, you could just show him and talk more about the basis that you want the plot point. Well, not really the plot point. Excuse me, the theme. How it
Yeah.
is to be black in skateboarding, and Kareem can speak on that. I'm sure he has so much knowledge. I mean, because he probably wants that perspective, like skating in a completely whitewashed sport and skateboarding in the '90s. I mean, it was
Yeah.
completely white dominant, and
Yeah.
he was really the only black man that I saw skateboarding at the time. And given his perspective, would be super sick.
Yep.
I would love to see that
yeah,
movie.
so
Yeah, absolutely.
that was my choice, guys.
Absolutely
Dude,
awesome.
I like that.
So we can almost wrap it up. I'll run through these last few
Yeah,
submissions
give us the
that we have.
last couple.
I'm gonna say my favorite. I'm gonna do my favorite one now because I can't contain my excitement. Shout out to one of my buddies, Trey Newman. He said, seriously, let me read it. I chose Pac-Man. Can you imagine the sex scenes Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man would have? Miss Pac-Man would give the ultimate sloppy. Yeah,
Her
so
mouth is kind of sharp. Her mouth
yeah.
is sharp.
that would really fucking hurt.
Angular.
Lizzie Gang gone.
Imagine.
But he said seriously he want to see GoldenEye 007. That would be sick. And oh my god, Brian.
That's already a movie.
That is a movie.
I know it's a movie. I don't know why the fuck they would say that.
Why did someone say that?
He just said he said GoldenEye 007 JK, but seriously Pac-Man. So
Oh,
he's
okay,
kidding.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
And then another Red Dead Redemption. But then what we talked about earlier, God of War was the submission. I would love to see that.
That
I
would be
would love
sick.
to
Yeah,
I
that'd be
mean,
a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I
the
just
other
thought
thing
that
too.
was so obvious. I thought it
Yeah.
was so obvious. That's why I
Yeah,
didn't
people
pick
would
it.
love
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
all
didn't
thought it
pick
was
it because I'm
obvious,
not
so
a
no one picked
PlayStation head. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a
Yeah.
PlayStation head.
I would like to see a better Assassin's Creed movie made.
Yeah, and that's something
Yeah,
too
that
that like
sucked.
I was thinking.
I've
might
fallen
come up
asleep
today.
every time I watch it. I haven't even gotten through it.
I had to watch it 3 times. I had to finish it in 3 settings.
I still
That's
never
not
even tried to watch it. Like
And
after
then-
Brian said it was like he couldn't
Yeah.
make it through, I was like, okay, I'm
It's
not
bad.
going to bother.
And of course, they're football fans, so we got a couple of NCAA 14s, just making that into a film, and they've got a Ratchet and Clank, which would be pretty tight. I don't see that as a live action.
There is a Ratchet and Clank movie out.
Yeah, it's a CGI.
Okay.
It's pretty much a
literally
retelling of
what
the
the game is.
first game,
Got
which
you.
they remade.
And then I asked my fiance what
Lost
she
Jared
would
again.
want. And we did. The last one, my fiance said she would want to watch Sims, and I'm like, I had nothing to say, so I
So
So
stopped
you just
talking.
want to watch people like go to
Bullshit
work and like get
competition
trapped
show.
in the pool?
Just and not understanding a bit of the fucking dialogue. Jared just looks super concerned still.
He is so mad about this show right now.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. All right, like it doesn't make any sense. Peace
at all.
out, Jared. Jared's out.
And-
We're not gonna wait for him again.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll send us home, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our show today. I mean, we had submissions, and guys, really, we really encourage that going forward. Please interact with us on Instagram. We're active on the daily. We're posting things at least weekly. I know I'm making one post a week, sometimes two, depending on the show that we're highlighting for that week. Interact with us. I'm going to be posting more stories. Just come hang out, and we'll get you featured on the show, talk about you a little bit with your submissions within our mainly topic for the day. And you guys can catch us, obviously, when it drops Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, rather, and YouTube. And then follow us, of course. We're going to plug it every day, every 30 minutes if we can, WDK_network on Instagram and Twitter. But I think that'll do it for us. Jared, you got anything left?
Dude, I mean, I'm obviously having some internet connection issues per usual. So
We'll get
I'm
it.
sure you guys
Episode if we
wrapped
don't
it
lose
up
Jared
good.
at some point.
Absolutely. Oh, I always wrap it up
You
good.
It's one of my favorite things when I'm hosting to just like leave every
Yeah.
now and then.
Just
whatever.
intermittently. But yeah, that'll do it for us for
Yeah.
We Don't Know Movies this week, and we'll catch you on We Don't Know Movies next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Later, guys.